Hi Verbling, my name's Michaela. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and today we're talking about movies. We're going to look at some movie quotes and fill in the blanks and have plenty of discussion. If you guys are interested, I also do private classes, and you can either contact me on my Verbling inbox, let me know during class, or book a session. I have my schedule already up, so you can book a session anytime. Francisco, welcome to class.
Hi teacher, how are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you, Francisco?
Fine, thank you.
Have I had you in class before?
No teacher, this is my third class.
Awesome. Well, welcome to Verbling, and it's nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Mexico. Chihuahua,
Very
Mexico.
cool. Awesome. Tell me about your favorite season in Mexico.
Well, my favorite season is spring.
Why?
Well, because I can do some sports or do other activities that I can do during winter.
Cool. My favorite season is the fall, and yesterday was the official start of fall in the U.S., so I'm very excited. Even though it's still kind of summery here, like the weather is not cool yet, but it's going to get there, hopefully. So, Jan, welcome to class. I think it's my first time with you as well, right?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Good to meet you. Where are you from?
I come from China.
Nice. And what's your favorite season in China?
The favorite season? I live in Beijing, so in spring there could be storm in the spring, and the summer is too hot, and autumn the storm again, and winter is too cold. So relatively, I like autumn because we can have the golden leaves on the tree, and it's a good season for fruits, vegetables, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, thanks, Jan, and it's good to meet you. Sean, you're back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Sean.
Thank you.
What's your favorite season?
Favorite season? I'm from India, so there the favorite season is winter because throughout the year is a very, very warm and very hot.
What's the weather like during the winter?
Winter is just like October in US.
So kind of a little bit cooler temperatures.
Yeah. But it depends, that India is a big country and the state to state, the area to area, it's varying.
And how many months does it last, winter?
The area I used to stay is the eastern part of India. It's hardly stay 1.5 months maximum.
That's a long summer.
It's pretty short,
Oh my gosh. Sounds tough if your favorite season is so tiny.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, and Carlos, welcome back. Tell us about your favorite season.
My favorite season, actually, I live in Bogota, so here the weather doesn't exist. In Bogota, the
weather doesn't exist?
No, doesn't exist. We don't have seasons.
No. Okay, maybe you have different seasons. You've got like a rainy and a dry season?
Okay, yes. In the first semester, there are a lot of rainies. In the second semester, it's too little bit shiny. But for example, in the morning, it's completely shine, and in the afternoon is rainy. So the weather change all days, but there are no seasons here.
Got it. All right. So do you have a favorite time of year?
Maybe on vacation on July, on December and January, more or less. But
vacation,
not for the weather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. Cool. Thank you very much for sharing. Now we are going to go into some quotes. I'm going to screen share quotes that have a blank in them. And Some of them will be difficult. Some of them will be very easy because some of them are very famous quotes, and some of them are a little less famous. And I'm going to really test your knowledge of cinema. If you don't know it, just say pass, and we'll skip it, and we'll come back to it. I gave you guys a word bank as well. So for all of these blanks, if you really don't know what's in the blank, you can try some of these suggestions in the word box, in the chat box. And yeah, and that might help give you a clue as to what needs to go there. I'm going to put it in both chat boxes for you. Okay, let's get started. Here we go. If you have the document open up yourself, you can see that on the bottom in blue, the word bank is there as well. But we're going to start up at the top, and we'll talk a little bit about these movies also. First movie is Goldfinger. Has anyone here seen Goldfinger, the movie?
No.
No, teacher.
Uh-oh. So you guys are not a James Bond kind of class?
Yeah, we do prefer, but it's a very old movie, I think.
That's true. It is a very old movie. Have you seen any other James Bond movies?
Yeah,
Yes.
couple of
What ones?
all the Pierce Brosnan series and the newer one.
Got it. All right. David, welcome back.
Hello.
Hi, David. Have you ever seen a Gold Bond movie, David? Oh, James Bond. Sorry, Goldfinger, James Bond. There we go. My brain's all
Yeah, I guess
rusty.
so. Yes, I think so. Some of them a few years ago, I guess.
All right, David, do you happen to know what is in the blank for that quote from James Bond? A martini, blank, not stirred.
No, I'm not idea.
If you are really not sure, you can always check the word box in the chat box, the word bank in the chat box. Man, I'm mixing up my words today.
Okay, let me
How
double.
about, yeah, go ahead. Look at that box. I'm going to welcome Catalina to class. Catalina, have you ever seen a 007 movie?
Hi, teacher. No, I have never seen that.
All right, then it'll be tough maybe for you. And if you guys don't know the quote, that's also okay because we have some obvious choices. Like you might be able to tell what part of speech you need, and you can try out some of the words from the word bank. Does anyone know what goes in this first blank? What can we do to a martini instead of stirring it?
Drink.
We could drink it. That's not one of our options in the word bank, but we could. Anyone have an idea
Shake.
from the word shaken? Shaken, not
Shaken.
stirred. That's 007's famous line, right? It's in Goldfinger and a few other of his movies. A martini, shaken, not stirred. That's what he says. Okay, let's go on to Forrest Gump. Carlos, have you seen Forrest Gump before?
Yes, teacher, of course.
All right, so what do you think goes in that blank?
Okay, my mama always said, life was like a box of blank. You never know what you're gonna get. Life was like a box of chocolate.
Yep. Excellent. Life is like a box of chocolates. That was a good one. Very famous movie. Very good movie. The next one is Silence of the Lambs. Has anyone seen this movie?
Yes.
Awesome. Sean, do you want to give it a go?
Yeah.
So what's in this blank here?
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice chutney.
Chianti.
A Chianti.
Yeah, it's a kind of wine, so it has really weird pronunciation because it's not really an English word. But excellent job. So, Sean, tell us a little bit about the plot of that movie.
I couldn't remember it. I saw it, I think, 6 or 7 years ago.
So
But
why is that guy eating a human liver?
he was a just cannibal type of guy. He put in jail.
Yep.
So I think it was his dialogue.
Yeah, kind of a gruesome movie.
Yeah, I think Dustin Hoffman or something who played this character.
Mm-hmm. Julian, welcome to class.
Hi, Michaela. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, very good.
All right, we're talking
Running.
about movies today, Julian. Have you ever seen Casablanca?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, really.
Try and fill in that blank there. If you aren't sure what goes there, you can check the word bank, which is in the chat box, or in the document if you scroll down in the words in blue. So what kind of word do we need there? That's a good place to start. Is it a noun?
A verb.
A verb, yes. We definitely need a verb. So what are our verb options?
The verb are the first. Okay. I don't know. What is rudeness? What it means?
Rudeness?
Yes.
Let's get some help on that. How about Francisco? Can you define the word rudeness?
Rudeness is like tough.
Yeah, if someone's being tough, sure. It's the opposite of polite, and it's a noun version. So rude is an adjective. Rudeness is a noun.
Okay. Okay. No.
Are you a little stuck?
Yeah.
All right. All right, Carolina, what is it? She knows.
Yes, I know the movie, but because that face is popular, so he is looking at you.
Yeah. Here's looking at you, kid. Now, that's kind of an unusual phrase. Why does he say that? Do you know?
No, teacher, I don't remember.
It's kind of like, you know when you have a glass of a drink and you want to give someone a cheers, or you say, like, here's to life, here's to love. He was making a cheers basically about her. Here's looking at you, kid. Like, he was celebrating her image, looking at her. He loved it, so he'd say, here's looking at you, kid. Thank you very much, Carolina. Next up, we have The Lion King. I hope you have all seen that. Jan, would you like to do that one for us?
Yeah, oh yes, the past can hurt, but you can either run from it or learn from it.
Yeah, learn
That's my
from
guess.
it. Great. I love that quote. And I love that movie. Have you seen it, Jan?
Yeah, I read the story to my kid every night.
Oh, how awesome. That's really cool.
And his favorite character is Scar.
Oh, really? Wow.
I think he's just kidding.
Scar is a pretty interesting character, even if he's not, you know, the most happy of characters. Your children have good taste. All right, David, will you try the Empire Strikes Back quote? We got a Star Wars quote here.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Do or do not. That's the one, right? Do or do not. There is no what? There is no. Let me look at the. There's no. Do or do not. There's no.
It's a
Could
hard
be so many things. It's a noun. It's a noun, so it could be many things. Could be. There's no contender. There is
It's
no.
actually not a noun.
It's not a noun.
No, the grammar here is a little bit odd, but we don't need a noun there.
adjective.
Something else.
There is no. Uh,
Adjective.
accomplice? No.
Nope.
Contender?
Nope.
I don't know. I give up.
Or
All
try?
right. Yeah, go ahead.
Try. There is no try.
Yes, there is no try. Do or do not. There is no try. And it's a little bit odd. And you're right that it is a noun, but it's not a traditional noun, right? We're using a verb here in placement, kind of. So it's not a noun, but it's an object, even though it's a verb. It's kind of a confusing sentence grammatically, but it makes sense, right? Do or do not. There is no try. Like, don't try to do something. You either complete it or you fail, right? Yes or no. It's an absolutist kind of idea. Thank you, guys. Next up, how about Carlos? Will you do the next quote? It's a famous quote, even if you haven't seen the movie, which is On the Waterfront.
Okay, I could have had class. I could be now. Let me see. I could have a class. I could have been a war.
Not quite. Although you're right that it's a noun. Does anyone else know what noun we need here?
A contender.
Yes, a contender. What's a contender?
Who just fight against the very promising boxer or something.
Yes, definitely. He could have been a contender. Like a competitor, basically.
Yeah,
he could have had a chance, is what he's saying. And we have some reduction here. When he says, I could have been a contender, what is he saying? What is that? What's the abbreviation he's made there? Could what? What's the word that's missing between could and been?
Have?
Does anybody know which word we've squished there between could and been?
Have. Could have.
Oh, yes, have. Was that what you said, Catalina?
Have? I see.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so the full correct pronunciation would be I could have been a contender, but a lot of times when you're speaking quickly or in a dialect, like that guy, I think he's got like a Eastern U.S. accent, so he's got kind of a thick accent there, and he says, I could have been a contender. So he's big on vowels. Instead of saying could have, he would say coulda. All right. Next up, Tarzan. Francisco, would you care to try that one out for us?
Tarzan?
Yep.
Okay, Tarzan?
Yeah,
Okay.
Tarzan.
Are you sure this weather's sanitary? It looks ridiculous to me.
Yeah. So what do we need here? A verb, a noun, an adjective? Does anyone know what part of speech we need in this blank?
An adverb.
And why do you think it's an adverb?
It's a verb.
An
But
adjective.
it could be also an adjective. Well, depends on the verb. In this case, it could be also good. It looks good to me. Yeah, could be also an adjective too.
Uh-huh. One or the other will do. They're pretty similar parts of speech. So we'll say it's either an adverb or an adjective. So that'll help you considerably if you look at our word bank. We don't have very many of those. In fact, I see only...
But he already said ridiculous to me. That's not a word?
No, ridiculous, no. Because number one, the word we have is actually ridiculously, which doesn't really fit there. We need an adjective. But.
Questionable?
Milkshake.
Nope. That's a noun, and we need an adjective here. So what are the other
Questionable?
adjectives? Yes,
Questionable.
questionable. It looks questionable to me. Awesome. Knocking them out. Let's keep it up. There Will Be Blood. Who's seen this movie before? Man, it's such a good movie. You guys should definitely go see it. It has a very funny quote. Can anyone guess? This one's for anyone who feels they know the answer. What is the end of that quote? I drink your what?
Milkshake.
Milkshake, yeah,
Yeah.
milkshake.
So no one here has seen the movie, but you all know the quote. Is that right?
I haven't seen the movie, no.
How do you guys know the quote if you haven't seen the movie?
Drinking, something related to drinking, I think.
I see. So just obvious because of the verb. Yeah, true. But it is a great movie. If you get a chance and also you're not afraid, you should definitely see it. Yeah, really good movie. One of my favorites. Fargo is next. That's a pretty good one. Again, this is for anybody. The quote is, and I guess that was your blank in the wood chipper. Your blank. We've eliminated a lot of words at this point, so our word bank is growing smaller. Should be a little easier for you guys to decide which is the ideal word. We need a noun here, right, because it's preceded by a demonstrative adjective.
Your style, maybe?
Nope, not style. Because you can't put style in the wood chipper, can you? That'd be a little funny. I mean, you know, it's a possibility, but it's not the right word in this case.
Accomplice?
Accomplice. Yes, accomplice is the right word. I guess that's your accomplice in the wood chipper. And it was a joke. She was just joking, even though it was true. All right, Dr. Strangelove is next. The quote is, gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the blank room. So what room, what kind of room is he saying that they cannot fight in?
Living room.
Possible, but that's not in our word bank.
It is there.
Is it? Oh yeah, oh my gosh, you're right. It is there. But no, that's not actually correct. It would have been good, but no.
War?
War, the
Yeah.
war room. And it's obviously, Dr. Strangelove is a super funny movie, and it's full of these kind of ironies. He's like, gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room. I love that movie. So the quotes I picked are all from like classics. Some of them you might have seen, some of them you might not. Once we're done filling in these blanks, we'll talk a little bit more about some classic movies you guys have seen. Zoolander, up next, another comic movie. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more to life than being really, really blank good looking. And I plan on finding out what that is. What's the blank, guys?
Ridiculously.
Yes, ridiculously. Now is the time for the adverb, our only adverb of the list. Okay, next movie, Outpost. The quote is, say what you like about the Nazis. They had what? What did the Nazis have?
Contender?
Nope, contender was already used in one of our previous quotes.
Amphetamines.
Nope. They might have
Style.
also...
Style,
Yes,
yeah.
style. Yeah, we have a couple possibilities here, but style. It's kind of another funny one. He's like, yeah, okay, the Nazis were bad, but say whatever you like about them. They had style. He's being a little positive, kind of making a joke, right? Okay, the next one is my favorite movie. I love this movie, The Grand Budapest Hotel, my all-time favorite. The quote is, blank is merely an expression of fear. People fear they won't get what they want. So, what is it? What is the expression of fear?
You'll hear it right now. She's not a stranger. Okay. A process capable.
Wish.
Like I guess.
Nope.
Rudeness?
Did you say rudeness?
Yes.
Yep, that's it. Rudeness is merely the expression of fear. People fear they won't get what they want. All right, The Princess Bride, another of my favorites, a very good movie, a classic for sure. As You what?
Wish.
As
Wish.
You Wish. Have you seen that movie before?
No, but this is a logical sentence.
Yeah.
As you wish. Do as you wish.
Yep. Has anyone seen that movie before, The Princess Bride?
My only suggestion is.
No? Man, you guys gotta get on, what is it? How do you steal movies? What's that site called? Pirate Bay, whatever.
Oh my God, you're promoting that?
Well, I don't even know how to do it, to be honest, but I know lots of
Go to
people who
Netflix.
do.
Just say go to Netflix or YouTube it.
I don't think, yeah, you could maybe YouTube it. I don't have, or I don't think YouTube has that movie. Otherwise, maybe they do. I'm not sure, actually. Maybe they do. All right, we're almost done here. This one is another Wes Anderson movie. I love Wes Anderson. He's a great director. And Moonrise Kingdom is the next movie we're going to talk about. I blank you, but you don't know what you're talking about.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you, but you don't know what you're talking about. Okay? The Shawshank Redemption, Get Busy Blank, or Get Busy Dying.
Living.
Yep. Finally, we used that one. Shrek, and in the morning, I'm making what?
Milkshake.
Nope. That's close, actually, but no.
Waffles?
Waffles, yeah. We had three
Waffles.
options there. Okay. From Airplane, looks like I picked the wrong week to quit. We've only got one word we haven't used left.
Amphetamines?
Amphetamine.
Amphetamines, right? Amphetamines.
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 All right, guys, we did it. We completed all the quotes of these classic movies, or, you know, classic according to me. I want to know what you guys think of as classic movies. And it's getting a little loud in here, so if you guys wouldn't mind keeping yourselves on mute until you speak, that would be wonderful. I'm actually going to mute you guys. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, sorry, Julian. We're getting a little feedback from your thing just so we can hear each other. I'm going to put you on mute, and if you ever need to say anything, you're welcome to unmute yourself. Okay, Carlos, give me a classic movie you've seen before. The most classic thing.
And another movie that we talk about now?
It could be a movie from this list or a different movie. I just want to know what you think of as a very classic movie, something that you think everyone should see once in their life.
Okay, I think, for example, Back to the Future.
What movie?
Back to the Future.
Oh, Back to the Future. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you like about that movie? Why do you think it's so classic?
Because they predicted something that is happening now. For example, 3D picture and like that. Something like that.
Totally. Yeah, it was ahead of its time, right?
Yes.
Super fun movie. I like that one. All right. Carolina, what do you think of as a very classic movie?
For me, Titanic.
Ooh, that's another good one. What do you like about it?
You jump, I jump. Remember?
Yeah. That was one of the last movies that I got on cassette tape instead of like DVD. It was on two cassette tapes. It was too big for one, so they put it on two. It's funny to remember the old times when we didn't have the technology that we do now. All right, David, what do you think of as a very classic movie?
Well, let's see. Maybe Gone with the Wind?
Ooh, that's a great one. Tell us a little bit about the plot or why you like it.
I think it's I watch it because people say, it's a classic, blah, blah, blah. So I watch it and it was okay. It's not something that I really like it, but it was okay.
So you kind of thought it was boring.
Well, it was okay. It was not boring. It was not great. It was just okay.
Do you prefer like more modern movies?
Well, one movie that I watched a long time ago and I did like it was Amadeus. That was a very well done movie, and I liked the characters. I like the idea that this Amadeus Mozart has so much talent and so much. He was a genius, and it's too bad that he died so young. So for me. I always appreciate and value people who had so much talent and so much to offer to the world.
Yeah, for sure. All right, thanks, David. Francisco, tell us what you think of as a classic movie, an example of a classic movie.
Well, it could be Gladiator.
Gladiator, that's a good one. Why do you like it?
Well, everything. I like very much how he fought against the Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
And how he gave his life.
Yeah, definitely. Very epic storyline. Thanks, Francisco. Julian, what do you think of as a classic movie, an example of a classic movie?
An example is Star Wars. The trilogy that was launched in 60 years. I like really so much this movie.
I think a lot of people agree with you. It's a very popular series, and
yes.
Do you think they're still going to make more, or do you think it's finally finished and over?
No, I think that it's a good idea. Finish now, but it's the people. I don't know, Lucas. I try to get more money for the same idea because with the 6 movies, the 6 before movies are described a whole history about the galaxy, and now I'm trying to do other histories that are not related. I don't well related with the history. It's more.
Yeah.
It's more. I don't say that. It's try to match other history with the initial history.
Yeah.
It's not good for the series.
Yeah. Sometimes they make too many sequels to something, and it's not as good as you remember. Like the first movie is better than the third movie, and then it almost ruins it because they continue to make movies when they should just finish what they're doing.
Yes, please finish like the Rapid and Furious.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Julian. Sean, what do you think of as a classic movie?
Classic movie, I can remember one like The Godfather.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's all because of his style and the technicalities, and the kind of acting they have shown. Marlon Brando and Al Pacino, it's unparalleled, and their cinematography, everything. But I'm not very connected with the subject. It's all about the power and overpowering everything. Can I take another name?
Sure.
I like the subject. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a very old movie. I think
that's a beautiful one.
Yeah, the subject-wise, I like it much more. It shows the positive side of our life.
So tell the students a little bit about the plot of that movie.
It was a story about a businessman, and it shows how he just gone through the ups and downs of his life, different parts. And though he's a positive guy and very well connected with the friend and the families, and even he face the diverse situations, they just stand by beside him and they support him.
Mm-hmm.
So it just all reflect the positive sides. If you don't, if you always show the positiveness in your life and you never exit, you will get the result.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to go to a little writing, which means you guys will be using the chat box. You can do Verbling or Google chat box. I'll be reading both of them. I'll just go from one and then to the other. So if I'm not reading your chat box, just hold on a minute. I'll get there. We're going to answer a question. So the question is this. Of course, movies are very influential, right? They influence society. But they're also influenced by society. They're a reflection of like what we want to see, right? I want to know if you guys think one is greater than the other. Do they do more influencing, or are they influenced more? And what is their role in society, basically, as influencers? How can they affect our lives? So talk a little bit. Try and write at least 3 sentences, maybe between 3 and 6 sentences about whether you think movies do more influencing or whether they are influenced themselves by what society wants to see. Now you guys can take your time. I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes to think. Whenever you're ready, just enter it into the chat box and we'll get started discussing. All right, finish up whatever you're writing and get it into the chat box. Hopefully it's at least 3 sentences. Tell me what you think about whether movies influence people more or people influence movies. All right. Let's see. Well, I think, typo there, should be K, not J. The Matrix was the most influential movie in the last years. So we need an article before the superlative, so the most influential, and also we need to rephrase that ending. The last few years, or in the most recent years, maybe? Because it gave us a critical approach of actual society. Yeah, it was a super interesting, it was like revolutionary for its time, wasn't it? It was a very new idea. It was super popular and kind of everyone thought it was a great idea. So it was very influential. What do you think it was influenced by? Do you think people also influenced that movie?
People who influenced the movie? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
So you said it's a very influential movie, right?
Yes. Yes.
What do you think it did to society then? Like, how do you think it changed cinema, or did it change society? What did it do?
I think in that moment, the people review the different behaviors and conceptions about the life, because the people looks the system like that, like Matrix, and the people started to do questions that before don't make himself because it was like a punch, the movie, because maybe in some cases it's not literal, it's very excite fiction, the movie, but if the subject it's very close to the actual life, or for many humans. Yes, maybe we are connected with a matrix that give us the different parameters to live, to think, to understand, and to believe in different issues. And maybe in more, I know, and for me, it was a period or a time to reflect or to think about this kind of questions.
Awesome, thank you, Julian. Next up, I see Francisco's work. Rocky was an amazing movie and motivated a lot of people to practice boxing and other sports. Add an ing onto box there. I agree, Francisco. Have you ever thought about boxing before?
Well, and sometimes, teacher, but I think this movie was was amazing because it's about an athlete who fought a lot to get a world title, and he did it. I think a lot of people were motivated for this kind of athletes.
Very motivational, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. Movies are a reflection or expression of what people think, feel, yearn, hate, love, and strive for. Great vocabulary there. Through movies, we can learn about something about us and other people, other cultures, and other areas, and probably other dimensions. I believe society influences movies, not the other way around. Awesome. I love your response. Beautifully written there. Only thing I would change is you have about twice in your second sentence. Through movies, we can learn about something about us. I would take one of those out. So through movies, we can learn something about us, probably would be just a little more concise. Sounds a little better. But otherwise, it's wonderful. Thank you. All right. Anything else you wanted to say on the matter, David?
Well, I was reading this article in the, I think it was in one of those magazines, cerebral magazines like the New Yorker or something like that, and they were talking about this aspect. I mean, what is it? Is that the movies, influence our society, or the other way around? and they come to the conclusion that is mostly we already have those ideas, those feelings, those emotions, but we are not able to put them in a movie or in a book. So eventually we will be able to do that. So it's not, you know what I mean? So so it's we human beings have the idea in our brains first, and then we're able to put it in writing or maybe in a movie. Usually, a book, if a book is very good, people make a movie out of it because they want to be, you know, they want to reach more audiences. So I think that's what it happens. I think whatever we are looking around, we're seeing around is a reflection of that we are experiencing as human beings, and that's why we have this new idea or new nuances in something. And I know I'm speaking very abstract, but the idea is, you know, that we have something, or we have a feeling, an emotion, or a thought, and then we transfer that idea into writing or into a movie or into something. You know,
that makes a lot of sense.
Right. For example, you know, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of movies and books about what's going on right now. For example, in Syria and you know in Europe with the immigrants, you know, flying away or running away from their countries. I'm sure there are amazing stories over there, making ideas and coming that we're not aware of. Is there, but we are not aware of until something happens like this, and boom, you know, a book is going to come out of it.
Totally. Thanks, David. Next person's writing I see is Sean. Mostly movies are influenced by, different lives of society, maybe? So change for to by, and if you're talking about them in general, you might want to say different lives of society. You mean like different people, Sean? Like, explain yourself.
Yeah, it's different people only.
Okay, so different lives of society.
No, I think it's not the correct sentence, so I just make the mistake.
Oh, that's okay. Did you change your writing? Mostly movies
but the same thing, I
influenced.
think. One preposition I just made mistake, so that's why.
Oh, it's okay. Okay. But on the other hand, I think might be a better way to phrase it.
On the other hand, yeah.
But on the other hand, some great movies have good influences on societies, or have a good influence on societies.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump is one of that kind of a movie. Awesome. So tell us a little bit more, Sean. Why do you think Forrest Gump is a movie that positively influences society?
Movie deals with the human emotions, and the plots are based on our lives part. And even we see the cartoon movies, the Tom and Jerry might be the animal, but they behave like a human being. So that's the way we can connect. And Forrest Gump is the kind of movies. I have heard some guys they inspired from the movies, in the main character, like Forrest Gump is a kind of dumb, or you can in the normal way you can say he's a kind of idiot guy or something like that. But his biggest quality is whatever he do, he put his 100% on that, and he stick on that, and because of that his achievement is so much.
Yeah.
He achieved so much, which normal people can't even achieve in their lives. So it's quite an inspiration for the many people, and the way it has been present in the movie is quite a hilarious and a slightly humorous way it has been present, not in a serious way. So that's why I think it has great impact.
Definitely, I agree. Thank you very much. And the last one, is Carlos. The Pursuit of Happiness is a very influential movie. Is it Pursuit of Happiness or The Pursuit? Is it just Pursuit of Happiness? Carlos?
I think so.
You could be right. I actually have not seen that movie. Sorry, I just was confirming. So Pursuit of Happiness is a very influential movie because it shows us, it shows us that we have to fight against the problems if we want to reach success in our lives. Make that plural. The word happy, not only meaning money, also means how you think in that way. That real story is very strong as you are a sentimental person. So in the last sentence, what do you mean? The real story is very strong as you are a sentimental person, or if you are a sentimental person? That's what you mean, right?
Teacher, you don't see that movie?
No, I've never seen it. Tell me about the plot a little bit.
Okay, I give you a little short resume, briefly. It tried. Okay, the movie is about a person that have a family. Her wife left him, and he don't have enough money to bring to his son to the kinder school. Also, the owner of their apartment that he rented fired him, and in a part of the movie he had to live in a subway. And yes, it's very hard history. And at the beginning of the movie, he applied for a job, but unfortunately, he began a trainee, but without payment by 6 months. So that situation for he was very difficult. At the end of the movie, he got the job.
Awesome.
This is a real
so
story
it was a happy ending then.
Yes. And this is a real story for Chris Gardner. He's a business person nowadays.
Very cool. And what's the genre of the film? Is it like a comedy or a drama?
It's drama, teacher.
Sounds like a good one.
No, was the main actor Willis?
Yeah, Will Smith.
Will Smith, yeah, Will Smith, and his son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie yet, but I have heard very good reviews about that movie.
It's a really wonderful movie.
I'll check it out.
All right. So we've got a few minutes left. I've got one more question for you guys, and that is all cinema art? Because, of course, there are very artistic movies, and then there are movies that are not so artistic, but is it art? Kind of like the same way you would think of as painting, like pretty much all painting is considered art. Do you think all movies are art? And let's start with Sean. Do you think all movies are art?
No, not exactly.
What movies aren't?
I don't want to pick any name, but in the commercial aspect, they need to consider and when you think about making some extra money, so you just always go with some sort of proved formula.
Mm-hmm.
So in that point of view, it's not an art.
That's true. That's true. If the feeling behind it is not creative, more as calculating and then that makes sense. All right. Julian, do you think all movies are art in some way?
No, I agree with Sean. In some cases, some movies are designed only to make money, and the effects and the characters and other things are all designed for this purpose. but and really the most important movies in different for many people are these kind of movies, yes, because are more have a more advertising, have a more comments in different newspapers and other sites, internet sites, and other medias. And but really the art don't have anything like maybe I don't like Rapid and Furious. I think that this kind of movies. Designing for
Fast and the Furious is kind of like, especially the sequels. It's like, okay.
Yes. Yes. When the sequence have more the two movies are designing to get money.
Yeah, that's true. All right, thanks, Julian. New question. Francisco, tell me, what do you think of bootlegging, like stealing movies and not paying for them? What do you think of it?
About Blue Lagoon?
Bootlegging, yeah. Do you ever bootleg movies and get them without paying?
Well, I think that was it's an old movie. It's about two teenagers or something like that. Two persons who are in a island.
What movie?
The Blue Lagoon. Are you talking about
that? The Blue Lagoon. No. I'm talking about when you take movies without paying for them, like online.
Okay, sorry. Well, we know that that's a bad habit, but well, it depends on the. Well, sometimes I have done it because we haven't the access to the information to the movies, but I think it's bad. It's bad for the economy.
So you think it's not a positive thing?
Yeah.
All right. David, do you agree or disagree?
I'm against people who try to get something for free, whatever it is, a book, a video, whatever it is. I think it's somebody.
Have you ever done it?
Well, let me finish. You're very bad. However, I watch movies. I love movies, and I watch movies maybe 98% of the time that I watch movies are legally done. But yes, since I love movies so much and I want to watch this movie that is very good, and the only way I can do is maybe by illegal means, I succumb to my desire and I do it. But it's very, very, very minimal. I try to be, because I want the people who are making movies also, they need to make money. That's their living too. They need money to pay their bills. That's not fair for those people. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Yes, sometimes have done it. And
All right, sounds like you guys are on the same page. Like, it's bad, but sometimes we do it anyways.
What about you?
Oh, yeah. So I don't actually know how to take movies illegally, but I do sometimes. Like, both my brother and my sister do it frequently. So sometimes if there's a movie I really want to see and I can't find another way to see it, like if it's not on Netflix and it's not in theaters and I don't have a VCR, so it's not like I'm gonna, I don't have a DVD player. I wouldn't be able to rent it if I wanted to. So, I mean, I guess I could put it in my computer. But anyways, I sometimes will go to my brother or sister and be like, can you download this for me? And they do it, and then I watch it. So I don't do it frequently, but I do it. And I kind of feel the same. It's like, I think it's bad, but I don't care that much.
It feels good to be bad, right?
Yeah. It's satisfying. All right, Carlos, what do you think? Do you ever download movies illegally, and do you think it's wrong, or is it just freedom of media?
Teacher, talking about ethics, of course, it's not a good idea. But for example, if somebody bring a good movie and I have a lot of time, for example on Sunday, for me there are no problem. I saw that. But for example, I prefer, of course, not to buy that in the street or in an illegal places. But if somebody invite me to see a movie, I don't ask about that is legal or illegal. I don't care about that. I just saw the movie.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it's just too much work to have to, like, you know, it's so easy to just find it and buy it or torrent it. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
All right. Any last thoughts, guys, or comments before we wrap up class?
Don't do it again.
Okay, I promise. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming and for participating and talking with me, and I hope to see you all again soon.
Thank you. It was fun.
Bye.
Bye.